surprise the rest of the participants. We have right now 3 participants. We're waiting for Alex. We're waiting for Alina and my mother, which could be very, very tricky to have her.
Barbie, your eyelashes are flying.
Barbie's a bird. She's nothing but a bird. Yo,
She's a
where are
pigeon.
we?
I could fly with my lashes.
Lena's in the room. Lena's in the room.
Okay, with the professionalism, Sickles bunch in the background. Okay.
Drinking. Okay, I see you with the chinchilla on.
You heard?
With the
You better
chinchilla.
recognize, booby.
I see you. We're waiting for participants. My mother, which I think Selena's going to have to take a stroll to her room to get her plugged. She might be having...
Jasmine said she was going to do it from her phone, no?
Jasmine, well, I sent it to my mother. So Jasmine was like, she's in it, then she's not. So I'm not sure if she's in it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Hold on. DRPR player? Big Al now. DRPR player. Come on now.
Yo, he still got that name. That's crazy.
Hold on now.
Y'all niggas is stupid.
Connecting to audio.
DRPR player.
DRPR play in the house. Okay.
Ay, no, espérate, sale el email. Ay, no, espérate.
Oh, look at the agent. That's Alex's agent. We've been negotiating contracts with her for quite a while.
Coco, you should just start recording so as we come in, we could just grab it.
Oh, well, you're late to the party, sister.
He already started.
You're late to the party.
Good thinking, papi. Good thinking. Don't even tell nobody you're recording.
A man is always one step ahead of a woman. Remember that.
Fuck out of here.
Hold on. Let me put on our starting music.
This nigga's stupid.
Let me put on
I
our
think
starting
I
music.
know what he's gonna put on too.
This is man's world.
Let me put on our introduction music.
Where's your mom? She's writing on the chat.
She's having technical difficulties. It's magic.
Oh, she really did put that song. Pero no se oye.
Or tomorrow.
Oh, we got. I think everybody's in the house now. Everybody's in the house.
Matthew.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Matthew is gaming, so once again, his contract is declined. No, he's gaming, so he's like, wow, look how long I've been running this timer, guys, from the last episode. Damn, look how long I've been running this timer. That's a timer, Bob, from the last show. I never turned it off.
Oh my God.
194 million hours, bro. I can't even read this shit, nigga.
What?
You haven't run this timer. All right, guys. Welcome. Everyone is here.
Stupid, bro.
Big Al, how's your audio? Oh, he's out again. Al's going to be in and out. His agent hasn't been doing the best lately. All right, guys. We are in here because Al's actually driving back home. Lena's driving back home. And we are all exhausted.
Send the link to Chiara, and Chiara can log on from her phone because she has an iPhone. Alex has an Android. You know how Androids do.
Oh, God. He got an Android?
Sure does.
Good gracious.
He's the only one in the family, I think.
Someone would have to share it to Chiara. Barbie, send it to Chiara in case.
Might be the only one in the country.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, Angel Mahia. Okay. Okay, Angel
Mejia.
Mejia.
I don't think it's appropriate to promote smoking on a podcast. Why don't you put the cigarette down?
Tita.
Yeah, Al, you there? Okay, we got you in now. Alex, you can hear us? This is my last week smoking, by the way. All right,
Oh, you
everyone's
quitting?
here. So what?
You quitting smoking?
Oh yeah, that's it. It's my last week. It's my
Oh,
last
good
week.
shit. Is there a reason why you're quitting?
Well, I decided it's time to step it up, and I'm gonna start smoking crack. No,
Yo, yo. This nigga's a fucking
I've
idiot,
stepped
bro.
up the ball game. Guys, we are back with another episode. For those that know us, thank you for being here. We got the beautiful family. Alex in the house, Lean in the house, my mother, Tita in the house, Jasleen. This episode, she's joining us, our little sibling, Selena in the house, and big old Bob, aka Barbie, aka Barbie Love V. How was your week, guys?
So it's been an intense week, right? Because we had the ceremony yesterday, right? Celebrating life with my mother. So we could touch up a little bit on that, but it's, you know, that we had our closure. We were able to say what we wanted to say. And yeah, we had some good moments, some funny moments, some crying moments. It was all over.
How do you feel,
So I
Barbie?
would say it's been an intense weekend.
It was a very intense weekend. It was an unfortunate event, but it was definitely beautiful. The support we got from just family and friends, the way it turned out, the amount of people that showed up, it was just we couldn't ask for a better, I think, support system that we received yesterday.
Absolutely.
How are you feeling, Barbie? How did you see it?
I think that it was beautiful. I surprised myself with how I was able to really, really control my emotions for the most part of the service, because I let my emotions out in the very beginning, and then throughout the rest of the service I was able to maintain strong and just be supportive for all of you guys. But it was an overwhelmingly and beautiful amount of support and love that we received. So I'm super grateful for everyone who went out their way to come out and show us love for mommy. Everything was beautifully done. The pictures, the cheetah print accent that we had on to represent mommy, the green ribbons to represent the bile duct cancer, the slideshow, the mommy's favorite snacks in the back, along with water bottles. Um, just everything was so beautifully done, and I think that mommy would have been proud of how we sent her out. So
Yes, I totally agree. You're absolutely
mhm.
you nailed it, Barbie. You nailed it. Alex, what can we get? Yeah, you think can we get good audio from you, bro? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me? Can
Oh
you
yeah,
hear
we
me?
hear you loud and clear, Captain.
Alright, alright.
Loud
So
and clear, Captain Crunch.
open up them ears and get that wax out of it.
The Dumbo
um,
ears.
yeah, it was pretty much a lot more support and and love that I at least I expected. Not because obviously mad people knew her and loved her and everything, but she since it's kind of like how certain chapters in your life and like everybody's doing their own thing. Like even though like she was still in the city and your mom's too, but it's just not the same. They're not in Sickles no more. So, but even still going over there, we still had that support support from at least like the inner, the real close ones, the close ones, and
Absolutely.
from Dykeman. And it was a lot more than I thought. You know what I'm saying? Just because you know, people don't hang out together anymore, or whatever the case is. People settle down and do their own thing. But it was still a lot. I feel like it was still a lot of support, even for being as separated, from the old times, like being in Dykeman every day and all that. But yeah, it's unfortunate, but there's like a strength that comes from, like, I don't know where, and I don't know how to explain it, but it just comes. I don't know.
I agree, my brother.
Oh
Mamita,
shit.
what's your? I think you're on mute, ma. What's your thoughts on this? Barbie gave you a heart, Alex. Keep your eyes on the road, buddy. Keep your eyes on the road.
Hi guys. So today is like the aftermath of yesterday. I feel like emotionally of yesterday and just throughout our journey, I feel like this, my sister is in a better place because I am a woman of God and faith. I know that she is in the arms of God, and that gives me comfort, you know. Also, I must admit, this is a roller coaster of emotions and will be. Like my niece Barbie says, it comes in waves, you know, and together we will get through this. Together our love, our bond, and with the memories, the amazing memories that we share about Evelyn, we hold near and, close to our hearts, and that will keep us going as one.
Amen.
Yes, amen. Absolutely. Selena, are you there with us?
Did you
Beautiful
say
words,
goodbye to
Mamita.
me?
Yeah, I'm
Beautiful
here.
words, Mamita. Selena,
So it was a lot, it was overwhelming, seeing so many people that you haven't seen in a while. And it's a lot, but I'm glad that as a family, like, we stay together and we stay strong. That's the good thing part of it. But it was really like beautiful, all the love and support that we got, you know, it was good though. It was a beautiful service though.
it was definitely a beautiful service.
Yeah.
Jasleen, would you like to add some words or?
Yeah. I think it was beautiful, especially like, the casket wasn't just a casket. We decorated it so it looked nice. But it was hard, of course, seeing her like that, but she's in a better place.
So, everyone said some nice, kind words. There's so much more to say. We get on video, the mind plays a little, we can't say the perfect words, but let's fast forward and let's fast forward a little bit. The pastor is up there and the pastor is giving his great, what is it? What do you call that, guys? And we just want to,
His
what do you call
prayer,
it, Bob?
The
His
The
prayer.
prayer.
blessings, the blessings.
And we're all there. We're holding hands. Me, Barbie, Lena. We're the whole family. We're holding hands. And at one point, I hear the pastor say, "Jesus grabbed the cross and grabbed it on his back." So at that, at that point, I'm picturing Jesus holding the cross heavy, trying to take a walk down Dykeman. But it was just crazy. That moment was just killer. And I just want to apologize to anyone who has faith in God and stuff like that. And I know people take these, beliefs and stuff really serious, but it was just a moment. It was a moment that we just couldn't help
I
laughing.
mean, to be fair, it wasn't that we were, making fun of anything. The thing is that he had a really heavy accent and it was hard to understand a lot of the prayer words that he wanted us to repeat. So I know I wasn't the only one having trouble understanding him. There were people all the way in the back. There were people in the middle, and us as a family in the front. Like, it was just funny because I look over and I see people chuckling, and I'm like, bro, I can't.
So let's take it back a notch, right? Because we requested for an English speaking priest, and we got a Spanglish speaking priest. So the words that he's saying, it just wasn't coming out. So when he, instead of saying Hail Mary, he said Hail Mary. Instead of saying the love of God, he said love of God. So who's not gonna laugh? And honestly,
The meatloaf of God.
The meatloaf, right? He was just saying things, and he's like, repeat after me, the love of God. And I'm like, whoa. Then he took the holy water and he threw it. Like, but it was just like he was just taking a bottle. He was just taking a bottle of holy water and just throwing it on top of my mom because he threw a massive amount.
Yo,
like, it wasn't like a gentle amount. Barbie was like, "What is he doing?" And I
yep.
tell Barbie like she was about to fight him. So
Yep.
yo, calm down. That's holy water.
I was like, why is he throwing that water on my mother? Like, what, bro?
Let's fast forward. There was rumors going around that my mom was crying that there was a tear coming out of her eye. But it was the holy water he sprinkled on her.
It was the holy water.
It was the holy water. It was a rumor that my mom was crying. I was like, get up there. So overall, if you know us, you know us. You know what I mean? Because I think it's easy to judge when you don't know the family. Like, people probably looking at us like, what the hell is wrong with them? But we make a joke out of everything, and that's what I think a lot of people love from us, is that we see the light in everything, right? Like, we can make anything funny, and we understand each other, and that's okay. Like, I think at one moment, my brother was tearing up, and, you know, I was trying to talk to my brother, but I'm rubbing Coco's back, and Coco looks at me, like, why the fuck you rubbing me? You know, I ain't the one crying. My aunt was there. My aunt was like, I can't, Marlo. And I'm like, and people who know will know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just like that. It takes people to understand who we are as a family. But I do get a lot of people saying that they love the way we are as one, as a family. You know what I'm saying? Even though we have different mothers, we're still united as one. And that's how they see us. And I think that's what everybody loves, is like the authenticity, right? Who we are as people. Like, even the fact that after the ceremony, right, we went to Sickles. We had my mom's favorite music playing. We was in the block laughing, reminiscing. After that, we came to my aunt's house. We put some more music, had our old homeschool girls come through, right? We had junior high school friends, freaking elementary school friends, people from the block from Sickles that come and just show us mad love. And it's unfortunate that it takes events like this, right, to gather people together. But it is what it is. Like, you can't hold that against people because life happens for all of us, right? Like, how many friends have we not reached out to? Like, it's just for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I just wanted to share that because there was a lot of funny moments, but I know mommy brought those moments for us. And if mommy would have been there with us, she would have been cracking up with us.
Oh my God, mommy would have been laughing with us.
Right.
Yeah.
Puñeta, me voy a
Mommy would have
mear
been like,
encima, me voy a
¿qué
cagar
carajo
encima.
dice? ¿Qué carajo dice este priest?
But
Like,
what
mom
did
is
he
you
even
know what?
say?
You know what? I know we have our moments when we cry a lot, but being that we're all jokesters is good because we stay stronger and we keep going. So the more we laugh, it's like we're not gonna have enough energy to even cry. Because we're always laughing. Like, even when we're crying, 1 minute we're thinking about a joke and we just start laughing.
Bro, Lena
So
don't let me
we
cry
take
in
nothing
peace.
serious. We take nothing serious. We really don't. That's us. That's the family. We're very silly. So, you know.
Lena don't let me cry in peace. Every time I'm crying, Lena comes with a fucking joke. I'm like, bro.
That's how it is, though. That's how it is.
I'm like, can I cry in peace?
Yeah.
Listen, man, I can't. It's too much laughter.
But that's good that we see the light in everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can cry, we can laugh, we do it all together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if it's the aftermath, right? Like, we had a few jokes about like the crying during the funeral, but like even afterwards, we laugh about it. Like, we notice certain things and we just laugh. And, you know, I love that we can do that together and not take offense to it. You know, so I truly love that. I appreciate that.
So let's settle this once and for all. Who had the best speech?
All right, it was me.
I'm gonna have to. Oh, forget it. I can't say no names. Forget it.
Well, Barbie. Well, I think first of all, I think we all did great. That's number one. Alex, I was very impressed. He did that shit on top of his head. I couldn't have done that. I was
Right.
like,
Really, that was
I was
really good.
pretty much like I couldn't even speak. I feel like everybody looking at me. So, but I think I don't know. It's a good one. I think we all did great. I think what's important is we all did great. But I'm gonna have to take the belt on this one. I'm gonna have to sit here, take the belt, put it over my shoulder, and say,
Yo.
I am just the one.
No, I can't even take full credit for that joke because it was something me and Lena was talking about earlier, and she was like, "Who had the best speech?" So I'm just doing it in a joking manner, but honestly, it's not even about. There's no competition. It's just us joking. I think that everybody that spoke from the heart, whether it was written or freestyle like my brother, but I loved how we all came together and supported one another while we were up there speaking, and everybody in the crowd was quiet and respectful, and they were able to resonate with our words. You can hear people crying, you see the tissues, you heard people laughing at some of the jokes. Everybody was tuned in to what we had to say about mommy, and I really love that. Like, I really, really love that.
Yeah.
I was impressed with Jasmine. Didn't Jasmine come up and do a freaking poem as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little pup in the pack. Little pup
Bro,
in the
don't start. Don't start.
Oh my God, man. No.
So what's the next steps? What do we got for these? What's the next steps you guys think we're gonna be going with this podcast, kind of taking it? Like what do you guys see in this podcast? Like we're,
Just being true to ourselves. I think that when you're your authentic self, you go far. And we all have different goals. We all have success means something different for all of us, but as a family, the unity and the love that we've expressed as a family has gotten us thus far. So I feel like, we just wing it. We wing it with the podcast. We be our true selves, come up with different ideas and just show people that as a family, when you come together, you could conquer anything. And
yes,
every family is gonna have their ups and downs, their differences, but once you come together, you can achieve anything.
yes, I agree. Totally agree.
And most importantly, I feel like we're a very unique family. Like you don't see this a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like we're one of a kind. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's just nobody else that doesn't like us. And I feel like just people being able to see like this is what family is about. Like you don't have to be brother and sister. Like even we're cousins, right? But we consider each other siblings. But like we grew up together, and I think this is the best part. Like we're just very unique. We're very different
And
from a
I
lot of people,
agree.
from a
Those
lot
are
of other
perfect
family members.
words. Those are absolutely perfect words, but I do want to add on to that. So I think every family is exactly what Lena said, unique. Everybody's got their own unique ways to them as a family. And I think it's important that you find the courage that we're trying to find during hard times, during good times, to show it, to share it, and inspire others. Because that's what we're doing. We're inspiring from one angle, from one light, right? And that's what every family actually has. Because I'm a firm believer in everyone is just like pure human beings. We just get caught up in moments. We get caught up in life. We get caught up in the bad, the good, the too good, the greed, and stuff like that. So, find the courage, even if it's a two family person, you know what I mean? If it's a two family, Lena, and it's just, and it's not 9, or if it's 16 and it's not 9, just find that courage, share it with the world, because people need to see more of what we're trying to do. And we want to learn experiences as well, right? So, I'm still impressed. I'm super pleased. One part of me has that sad in me. Um, but then another part just has this like super Dykeman vibe yesterday when we was in there. It was like, I mean, I couldn't ask some better faces I haven't seen in so long. Faces that, at the time were young minds, couldn't really spread that love like that, but just their presence, the maturity, the growth was able to sit there and spread that love. Who was let's talk about the most exciting. Well, let's not do that because then we could make people jealous. I was gonna say the most exciting person we saw. I think it was everyone. I think it was everyone.
We could
Who
know,
was the
but
most exciting person for you?
Not for nothing. Seeing Rebecca and Stephanie really, really, that was dope.
Stuck out for me. It stuck out for me too.
Then shortly
we can say
after,
names here.
I mean, we can if it's not anything derogatory. I think it should be good. Like,
That's true.
to be fair, like the question you asked is just kind of like a thank you to who were you happy to see. But it was.
I mean,
Thank you to
overall, though,
everyone,
like
of course.
There was
Thank
a
you to
lot of
everyone,
people.
for
There was a
sure.
yeah,
lot
thank
of
you to
people.
everyone. Whoever
We
Yeah.
were
is
happy
watching
to
this
see
and
everyone.
came,
It was
like, thank
overwhelming.
you.
Everyone, the
Every single
outpouring love
soul.
and support. It
Yeah.
spoke volumes about who we are.
All right, big one.
That's a fact, Tita. But it also spoke volumes about who they are. Because these are people that we haven't seen in ages, decades. People that have started their lives in other states. People flew in. People drove in. People didn't make excuses. People had birthdays and still pulled up to a funeral. Two of my friends had a birthday and still came and said, today's not about me, it's about your mother. I had people that couldn't make it send flowers. I like just so many, like every single person that I said hello to. I'm happy and I'm grateful, and I'm sure my whole family feels the same. We love all of you, and we're thankful and grateful that you guys
Yes.
showed up and showed out for us.
Let me
That was
let me
beautiful.
piggyback on that one. Like my niece would say.
Ooh.
So, and even those that were not able to make it and were with us in spirit and in mind, because there were so many that weren't there, but were with us and are with
Right.
us.
Yes.
Their hearts, their spirits, and they were just not, like for example, your dad would have been there. But there are just and many more people that wanted to be there but were not able to, and it's okay. But we know the love is there, and we are grateful to everybody.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
100%. But I agree. There was a lot of people I didn't expect to see, and I saw. I had high school friends there that came. I had an ACS coworker. I had my supervisor who came. I had my elementary, junior high school friends come. You know what I mean? Like just so many people that I wouldn't expect to have seen, and they just came to just show that support and that love, and that was very much appreciated. So to everybody and anyone who came and who couldn't make it but planned to come or whatever the case may have been, like we appreciate all of that, even the prayers, the continuous prayers, right? Like for strength through us, because it's still not over, right? Like yes, the funeral, the ceremony. I don't even like saying the F word, but the ceremony is over, but it's still a lot of firsts that we got to deal with without her, right? There's going to be a lot of emotions running through that, right? So just learning throughout this process, like how to cope and how to just have each other's back. And that's the one thing, right? Like we just continue to uplift each other and be there for one another, especially with other firsts. So
I just want to sit here and shout out all the bad bitches who showed up and helped me stay strong.
You know what? Oh my God, yo.
Real talk is real talk. You see what I'm saying? But let's talk about what.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about something that helped us stay strong during the time yesterday. During that period yesterday, it was 3 hours, 4 hours. Alex, what would you see something that actually helped you stay strong through that time yesterday, bro? Besides the family, maybe, because obviously.
Well, yeah, like I think it's the reuniting with certain people that you haven't seen in so long that you're like, oh my God, like look at all like under what circumstances we keep reuniting it, and some of them even like mentioned that, and it's like, yeah, we gotta stop making the reuniting on these circumstances. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, but at the same time, it's like see them there, and from family members, our cousins from that came, and close friends that we got mad long without hanging out with or chilling with, or like how we used to chill in Dykeman and all that. But I think like so like I think part of the strength is from, I think like the strength comes from different angles, different areas, but like you get strength from here, you pull some from here, you pull some from here, like a whole bunch of different things going on that are all contributing to strength. And I think all of that builds up to enough strength to go on with everything. And aside from that, I think it's like weird and it's kind of deep, but it's like it seems so unreal. Even when I was there in front, like looking at the casket and looking at her there, it's like I'm looking at that it's real and I understand it's real, but this is still a sensation of unrealness that it's not real. So I think, unfortunately, I don't know if it's bad or good, but that helps you. I feel like that's probably something within the universe in your brain, because I feel like the brain is like a whole universe inside, neurologically speaking. But it's like it's almost as if like in your mind something doesn't want to process it 100% just so you can survive and go on.
It's a coping mechanism.
Exactly, it's a coping mechanism. So I feel like that helps you to go on. That unrealness helps you to go on in a weird way. It sounds weird, but that's how kind of like I filter it though. But yeah, I think it's pretty much the positive, the reuniting family and all that, and the the keeping busy and the having to hold it together for for everybody else, as us being the inner family, we have to kind of hold it together enough to attend the service at least acceptable.
Can I just piggyback and just ask a question? Because I like to do piggybacking, like Coco says. I'm surprised he ain't saying nothing.
Alex, yeah, you could piggyback, but I'm not holding on.
You stupid. Alex, how do you feel? Like, because me and you are the ones with the kids, right? So how do you feel about that? Like, what are your thoughts in regards to like how the kids feel or the coping for them? Like, do you feel like that also makes you to have? Because that's how I kind of feel. But I want you to give your thing. Like, I feel like I have to kind of be strong because the kids are there and they're watching.
Yeah. So Coco before had asked me about the kids going, if that's not traumatizing or stuff like that, and I told him that was a good question. That was actually a good question, something to think about. So Yara spoke about it too, and then I kind of like felt like it's kind of like a normal thing. Like I don't think it's nothing out of the world to have kids in funerals or something like that. But at the same time, it was something to keep in back of my head, keep back of my mind, to be aware of. But as far as Kairos, the first time, when we first got notified about all of this, and he cried with his mom, I wasn't there. I got home a little late from work, and then I told him, I kind of repeated to him, and then she told him that I would probably be sad, just so he can know, just so he can know that I might not come home with the same demeanor. So as far as Ashani's like, I feel like she's still little. She's still she's still little to even process even a little bit of it. Kairos was, I feel like he's more in an uncertainty shock kind of thing, where it's like it's uncertain, like he just has a lot of questions. I feel like that's more of his way to cope. And then in the funeral, he was just there in front of the casket multiple times, just there looking and probably processing everything in his head in his own way. He was like looking, he was touching, and he has a lot of questions. He's like uncertain and in shock. I feel like that's more his thing.
Interesting. So let me ask you this. Going back to when your mother passed away and Titi and you being there, what was some of the ways you helped the kids cope with such a moment?
We didn't go to the funeral.
No, overall, but how did you help the kids cope with the moment? Like just in general, the grandkids. Did you talk to us? Did you and Titi? I mean, What exactly was your way?
We told, we told you guys that Abuelita was in heaven, that she's now with the angels.
And Barbie laughed.
Barbie laughed.
And
And
Alex too. Alex no se queda atrás.
yeah. And
yeah.
my nene was still, tiny and waiting and a little bit, confused, but me and Evelyn kept, the memory alive of her. Like Abuelita loves you guys, she had to go to heaven and stuff like that. We always kept doing that, reminding them how much she loves you and, stuff like that.
You know
And I
what?
think that's my biggest fear. My bad, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's my biggest fear. I think like with all my emotions going on is that I don't want the girls to forget or Kairos. And I know Shani's so small, so it's inevitable. Like, but like keeping the memory alive. Like now every night when I give the girls a kiss, whether they're awake or asleep, I'm like a kiss from me and a kiss from grandma. And they have so many memories. And even seeing Elena break down at the funeral, right? Like not fully understanding that it really sucked because she just started crying and it was like a grown little person. It was like, I want my grandma. And it was just like, she did it right there at that time. You know what I'm saying? And she hadn't breaking down. And as far as like Kairo's asking so many questions, Emma's coping differently where she doesn't want to ask many questions. She doesn't really want to talk about it. Emma's more, oh wait, Emma didn't walk to the casket. Emma didn't want to see the casket. You know what I mean? So she's more coping in her different way where she's more like away. She doesn't like to talk about it. If I talk about it too much, she goes under the bed sheets and I just walk away because I don't also want to put her in that emotional state. But she's also understanding. And Elena is just like, so I'm not gonna see her again. And I'm just like, she's an angel. You can't see her, but she can always see you. And just guiding her through that process, But it's tough because we have the kids, and a lot of the times too, I look forward to them going to school so I could just come home and cry, so I can do my crying session without them being present. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like it's the first time for all of us, so it's like a learning process.
Yeah. The other day, I was asking me questions, and I was like, okay, Kaido, you remember because I feel like it's easier when they like if it's something that they watch or when people. You remember when Simba asked Mufasa, Dad, you're the best or something like that, and then he's like, we'll always be together, right? And then Mufasa's like, Simba, let me tell you something that my father told me, and he's like, look up at the stars. He's like, he was like, my time on this earth, something like that. My time on this earth. So I feel like I had to take it there because I feel like it's more simpler for him to process because it's a cartoon that he loves, and these are like characters.
That's a good idea.
You know what I mean? So I kind of brought it back there. I was like, listen to what he's saying, Kaido. And I was like, you understand what he's saying? And he was like, yeah, I understand. So I feel like that helps.
I'm about to have the girls watch that movie now.
Yo, yeah, like in a kid's version, I feel like that helps them.
Barbie, are you as an aunt? What are you? What do you see out of this? What would be your advice to the kids? How would you try to
I think that even me creating the slideshow was part of a contribution for mommy's grandkids because that way they have footage and pictures of all the memories so they can't forget grandma. That's something that didn't, technology wise, it didn't exist when we were kids. A lot of, there were some families that had camcorders and stuff like that. I don't think we ever owned a camcorder. So we don't have a lot of footage of our childhood. But in today's day and age, the beauty, like a lot of people pointed that out too in the funeral as well, that we have so many memories with mommy, so Lena and Alex, like if you guys ever think that your kids are gonna forget who mommy was or who grandma was to them, that's never gonna happen. They're not gonna forget. Ashani, she's only one and she's she's only two. And she is not gonna have the physical memories, but the beauty is that Ashani has video footage and pictures that she could look at to remember mommy. So I also wanted to kind of piggyback off of what Tita's response was when Coco asked, how did you guys, help us as children cope with you guys losing your mom and our grandmother, right? And Tita came and just told us, Abuelita's in heaven. And me and Alex laughed. That was just a natural kid reaction. We loved Abuelita. I mean, I don't know how much Alex remembers. I'm the firstborn and I'm the oldest, so I have more memories with her. But I didn't start grieving Abuelita till I turned like 11 years old. And Abuelita died when I was 7. So when I was 7 and I heard the news, Grandma's in heaven, I laughed about it. And me and my brother looked at each other. We like just giggled, but we didn't understand why we had that reaction. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, hey, we're laughing at the fact that our grandma's gone and we're laughing at our mother's grieving. It was just more so like maybe like a nervous reaction. But to be fair, years later, as I started getting older, I started processing like, yo, my grandmother's never coming back. She's
Yeah.
never gonna take me to Dykeman and buy me little pink bows to put in my hair. She's never gonna defend me around anymore if I wanted to suck on my bobo. And she always encouraged, she was an enabler. Most grandmothers are enablers. Like, leave her. She's still a child. So I feel like Emma and Cairo, being 8 and 9, they are at that age where they kind of understand. They understand, like, okay, this is like she's not coming back. Whereas Elena, it was a reality. She's very young. So I can't even fathom the thought of me understanding what death means at 5. You understand? I don't think I even understood what it was when I was 7. That's why I started grieving Abuelita at 11. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, so we're pretty much going on about 40 minutes. Remember, we agreed to kind of keep this under 50 or 40 minutes.
After editing, so we can go on if you want.
Let's sit here and try to give our final thoughts, and then we could kind of close this up. Lena, final thoughts?
I mean, none really. I think we're doing an amazing job. I can't wait to see where this podcast goes. Again, I appreciate everybody who came out, the unexpected, the expected, like so much love, and everything came out so beautiful. Everybody helping out. So the funeral was starting at 5, and then people still showing up at 3 o'clock. Like, people, it was packed. It was a packed house. All right, I tell ya, people were there before me, but I appreciate the love, and honestly, like it was an immense amount of love, and I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who showed out, who showed up, who sent their condolences, who sent flowers, who sent fruit arrangements. Like, I feel like through this grieving process, we're also learning how to approach other people when they're going through this. You know what I mean? Because there's so many things that people were doing, and I'm just like, wow, you do this when this happens. Like, I didn't realize that until now, right? So I feel like it's a learning curve and a learning process for all of us, with the coping and everything, because I mean, it's always been us, right? So this is the first time we have to deal with it within us. Not saying that we haven't had to deal with it, but within us. And it's definitely it's hitting different. So, but we'll get through it together as one,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Selena, final thoughts?
I just want to say, thank you for everybody showing love and support. It was, everything was good. Everything came out really, really, really nice.
Thank you. Mother, final thoughts?
Final thoughts.
Oh, that's a lot. No, I'm
Final
playing.
thoughts. I dedicate to my sister. I just want her to know that I am gonna do my best to, not cry too much, which whatever, you're right. I'm gonna do a lot of crying, but I'm gonna try to, also I know one thing she would have told me when I cry, I think of her telling me, ay chica, no te pongas así. It's gonna be okay. I know how she loved to see us happy, and she loved to see me happy. She loved us so much as we love her. So, final thought is to my sister, I love her. Sleep in heavenly peace. It's the first time I've been able to say that or even write that. And yeah, I'm going to try to do my best to be by all of you, her kids, my kids, her grandkids, our grandkids, as much best possible as I can. I love you dearly, Evelyn.
I want to be that for babysitting.
Barbie, final thoughts?
We all love you, little mommies. We miss you. This is not going to be easy, but it's not impossible to try to get through it together. I'm also, oh, that's so beautiful. Feel the heal. I'm also super grateful to every single person who came, every single person who couldn't come, but still showed love and support. The prayers were felt because the family, yes, we've broken down and cried, but it's an unbelievable strength that has been hovering over the whole family. And I believe that that comes from prayer. And I also believe that the happiness that we've been able to share, even the laughter, that comes from mommy. Mommy wants to see us happy and rejoice and keeping her memory alive and stuff like that. So I'm super happy and super grateful for all the faces I've seen yesterday. It was definitely very heartwarming.
Jasmine, final thoughts?
Yeah, I would just want to say that to cherish every moment with your family because every moment matters.
Yes.
Period.
Very true. Very true. Alex, brother, what do you got? Final thoughts?
Yeah. So final thoughts.
Are you up there?
Sound like it's about to be a story, Nick.
What happened? What happened?
Lena said you're about to give us a whole Lion King story.
Mufasa.
So, he lived. She lived in you.
Simba, you want to be the ruler of the kingdom, Simba.
Yo, y'all stupid.
Follow Rafiki. You know the way.
Selena's Rafiki's daughter. Bobby used to go out with Mufasa. Yo, Bobby used to go out with Mufasa.
Actually, I went out with Simba, not Mufasa.
Yo, damn. I was sad.
Lena used to do her thing with Scar.
Nah, Lena's boo was Arthur.
Arthur? Yeah.
Yo,
And
it was.
Sunny Delight.
Lena
so
was DW. Lena was DW.
Lena was in a Sunny Delight commercial.
This nigga.
So how Lena used to chill with the OGs in the hood, right? Like all her friends and all that. And she used to come home and watch Arthur instead of like Law and Order or something. Or instead of like what do you call it?
That was right. You fucked it up already, nigga. It's a Law and Order.
Yo, Lena made out with DW.
You want to talk about who you made out with behind the door?
Oh, let's do these final thoughts so we don't kill the episode too much, guys.
He changed the subject. No kidding.
Because I do the edits, so anything you say good, I'm gonna edit you out, Lena. Al, give us your final thoughts.
Okay, so final thoughts. Just pretty much appreciated everybody that was there. Like I said before, the reuniting really brought like some fulfillment, and memories and Sickles. Well, I kind of had the motive to go to Dykeman, and then I'm glad that we did that, and then had those moments there. But yeah, it's pretty much that's my final thoughts. And then we'll get time will help us heal from everything. That's pretty much what it is. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My final thoughts, you're not gonna see that yet, Lena, because I think you gotta talk so they can see it, because the video go to you if you talk.
Shut it up.
No, seriously, now again. No, my final thoughts is just I just want to On behalf of myself, on behalf of the whole family, I want to thank the whole Dykeman. I want to thank our family. I want to thank our friends. I want to thank Titi, of course, for bringing us all together. I don't want to make this long. Titi, we love you so much.
Thank her for doing that.
We're sitting here. We're gonna get better with the podcast. We're cutting it a little short, but it's actually gonna be a little long. So we're gonna continue to try to drop episode every weekend, and just the amount of thank you, I couldn't thank everyone enough.
Amen.
That's about it. Amen. In the name of Jesus, in the name of Jesucristo, in the name of all the prophets, John, Muhammad.
Shalom.
I love everybody.
Shalom.
Hail
Miles,
Mary.
you ever come onto the podcast looking dusty again like that? Next time, do your hair. Bobby, I'm about sick of you. Came in with the podcast with a pimple on your nose.
I was ready.
I got a pimple on my nose.
Mad pale. I was Mr. Summertime. Lena with the shiny ass forehead. CC came through with the Cat Williams perm. CC came through with the Cat Williams perm. Jasmine, don't you ever come in the podcast looking like my little brother. That's my sister, y'all.
Yo, I'm done.
All right. I love you guys.
All right, love you guys.
Love you too.
We're out of here.
I love
Check us
y'all.
out. Follow, subscribe.
Stay tuned for the Barbie, what video you did again? The ceremony video?
Oh, the slideshow in commemoration of my mommy.
So stay tuned for that as well.
That was on the
Like and
projector as well, right?
subscribe.
Yes, that was the
recommendation.
slideshow played throughout the service. So anybody who couldn't make it to the service or couldn't really pay close attention to the slideshow, sorry, it will be available on YouTube. So we will be sharing the link.
Absolutely.
Get it.
Get it how you live. We out of here. Sickles Bunch. See you guys.
Sickles Bunch.
Sickles Munch. Munch.
Hey, you like to munch, don't you?
Sickles Munch.
You like to munch?
Lena eats butt. Lena eats butt.
To my beautiful, amazing, loving mother, Evelyn Madison Gomez. You loved your middle name, so we have to make it known. It's Evelyn Madison Gomez. You will truly be missed. This past weekend, we celebrated your life. It was so beautiful. I think you would have been so proud. From the M&Ms, your favorite snacks in the bag for people to enjoy, the memory box for people to just write fun memories that they have with you, from all the pictures on every table to see your beautiful smile, your beautiful face, and all the good times we shared together, to the pictures in the casket lighting up so that we can see your favorite people, to the video that Barbie did with all the funny times we created with the videos, with the pictures, and all the good times we just enjoyed with you. This is not going to be an easy journey. Your grandchildren miss you. We miss you. Your sister, your kids, your nieces, your nephews. We all miss you so much. And I wish that things would have turned out differently. But I know that God has a reason for everything that he does. And the only thing that continues to get me through is knowing that you're no longer in pain. Seeing you in pain was the worst thing I could have witnessed. And I think at that moment, I knew I had to let you go. I love you so much. And I don't know how we're going to do this thing called life without you. But I know together we'll get through this. And with this podcast, I feel like it's going to be a good coping mechanism for all of us to utilize, to just talk about you and continue to keep your memories alive. We love you so much. And one thing that I will always take with me, and that I shared also in my eulogy at the funeral home, was that you were there for my first breath, and I was there for your last. And I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I love you, mamita. May you sleep in peace. I hope you're dancing and enjoying a pain-free life in your new journey. And I can't wait to see you again until we meet again. I love you, mommy.